Something surprised me recently. I decided to try something just once. When somebody asked me a question, I answered it and then I stopped talking. That's all. I didn't explain myself. I didn't defend my answer. I didn't even give extra reasons. I just answered it and then I left it there. It felt strange. Not because I was lying, not because I was being rude. It just felt strange. And then I started asking myself, why does this feel so uncomfortable? I think I found the answer. Somewhere along the way, I learned that explaining myself made me feel safe. If I explain enough, maybe they won't misunderstand me. If I explain enough, maybe they won't be angry. If I explain enough, maybe they will see that I'm not a bad person. And then I realized something. Nobody actually asked me to explain. I was just doing it anyway. Because my mind thought it was protecting me. Imagine this. You walk into a restaurant and then the waiter comes over and says, "What would you like to eat?" And then you smile and say, "I will have the rice." Now imagine instead of stopping there, but you keep talking. Actually, the reason why I chose rice is because yesterday I ate noodles and this morning I wasn't really sure, and then I remembered my mom used to cook rice, so I thought. The waiter would probably stand there politely, but the truth is they are not waiting for your explanation. They are waiting for your order. And then it hit me. I wonder how many of us are living like that. Somebody asks us one simple question and then we turn it into a full explanation, not because they asked for it, but because somewhere inside us, we feel like we have to earn the right to make our own decisions. Even saying no doesn't feel complete. We feel like we have to explain why. We don't just protect our decisions. We protect ourselves. And that surprised me. Because all this time I thought I was just being honest. I didn't realize I was trying to make people comfortable so that I could finally feel safe. So I decided to try something different. I answered. I smiled. And then I left it there. But do you know what surprised me? Nothing happened. Nobody argued. Nobody tried to ask me another question. Nobody tried to convince me. They simply accepted my answer and then moved on. The argument I was preparing for never even happened. And I keep wondering how many conversations are only happening inside our heads. How many explanations are we giving to people who we are never asking for one in the first place? I'm still learning about this. I'm not saying I'll never explain myself again. Sometimes explanations are necessary. Yes, sometimes they are kind. Sometimes they help people understand us. But now, I'm starting to notice the difference between explaining because someone needs clarity and explaining because I'm afraid not to. That difference changes everything. Now, I'm wondering about something else. Why does silence make me uncomfortable? I've been thinking about that. Yeah.